Hey guys, I'm trying to get the email sent off. Give me just a sec. It's making me relog back in. Hey, how are all y'all doing today? Um, Spring has sprung here in Southeast Texas. It's cool at night, warm during the day. Same dancing tree. And y'all, it stinks to high heaven like asphalt right now. So if you hear construction noises outside, they took the road and they're making a different one. So how do I send a newsletter? Still trying to send the newsletter. Give me just a sec, y'all. It's still professional. Yes, this is a live stream, right? Yes. Okay. Oh man, it's been a doozy of a day. How are all y'all doing? Hey Lunia, hey Book, hey Sabaya, hey Dancing Tree, hey Erica, hey Catherine. Amazing job on that wire wrap, by the way, Catherine. I don't know if you got my email. Hey Anika, hey Bimar, the forsythia is blooming in Central Ontario. All right on. Ours is already bloomed and I've then pruned it back and made wreaths out of them and everything. They're all green now. Everything's so green all of a sudden. Okay, I gotta type some stuff real quick. We're running behind. A friend of ours is helping us paint the outside of our house. So lots of pressure washing and scraping and painting and like repairing boards and then painting. It's it's interesting to say the least. And then of course, you know, the road, which has the dogs going ham. I really hope I'm doing this right. You'd think I'd have the hang of sending a newsletter. That's all you get. Okay. Yep. Custom text. Come hang out. Add recipients. Everyone. Literally everyone. Okay. And I think I did it. I think I did it right. Okay. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Send. All y'all should be getting your newsletter, emails right now. So, hey Kim, how's it going? Lunia says, that's exciting. It is pretty exciting. Hey Anita in Houston. Holy smokes. So, my hand is doing way better. We've actually taken most of this past week off. Hey April, from doing crafty craft things, and I have almost caught up on replying to emails, but I have not even touched my spam folder. So if you had any questions and had not heard from us, please send us another email. I think we're just gonna call it here and we're just try to keep up with it moving forward. Dancing Tree says, what are we doing today? I'm working on polymer clay earrings. Hey, what you know? Hey, Nancy. Excited as I must pack everything up for the farmer's market in the morning. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all. I saw that on Facebook, I think. Though it might have been from, no, I think it was for this weekend. Today I was gonna string some beaded necklaces because one of the things that we did this past week was we tagged all of the new inventory for the booth, and also real quick, this is like last chance to buy a lot of the jewelry that is currently listed up on our website, backtoearthcreations.com, because we will be pulling basically everything except for the dragon eyes down to put it into our booth for going to Anime St. Louis next weekend. So, got it confirmed this morning after work. Right on, would you know? Hey Veronica, hey Lisa in Oregon, right on. But yeah, I thought let me go grab them because we have a couple of. Hey Julish, we have a couple of pendants that I want to make necklaces for. So just like kind of like how this is a wire wrapped pendant on a necklace, I was gonna make. I've already made the pendants, but they need to be like fancy, so I'm gonna make it a necklace for them. Oh, that smells horrible. It's just asphalt. So much asphalt, and I did not realize that they put down like so much of it. It is so thick. And the whole house shakes every time they drive that big old steamroller over. Okay, so I gotta grab one more thing. Just to get some airflow on me. It is very, very hot in here. And I don't know. There we go. So now I have a fan blowing on me. Hey, Saki, how's it going? Hey, Sarah. I just got it. Okay, so let me scooch. I can, and you know, I had tidied up my beading area, and then I keep doing stuff like putting bowls of beads like on top of things. I don't think I need to get into there right now, but it is what it is. Ooh, book says finished a new piece this week. I thought I did an okay job, but I also know I can do a lot better. Right on. I respect that. Woo! Hey, Sterling. Glad to hear your hand is doing better. Much better. It's still kind of twingy. Like, it's years ago. Like, I think back in 2019, I was competing in a costume contest at an event that we weren't vending at. So I was like hustling, because normally whenever we're vending, I can like get dressed in the hotel room and then like come and like hang out in the booth and do any last minute primping and stuff, and then just go and compete. But with this one, we were just like there. And so we weren't able to have like a staging area in the convention center. So I was like hustling into the bathroom and stuff. But anyways, my knuckle had gotten caught in like the handle of the door, and my momentum was taking me this way and the door was taking my knuckle that way. And it just like popped the heck out of it. And it was real swollen and like painful for like a long time. And now, even now, it's like I can feel how it's just a little different and how it likes to function from the other ones. And I think that's something I'm going to be dealing with for a long time, with how I popped something in the top of my hand. So it's just, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I just got hit by another fresh wave of asphalt smell, so please bear with me. Like, I almost put on the respirator again today. I wore my respirator yesterday for like a while because the asphalt smell was so bad, and I still ended up almost losing my voice, and I had like a face fever. Bro says, why do I smell asphalt? I don't know, man, but it's like, y'all, let's go look at the people doing construction. I love doing that. Like, I've been spying on them all day. Where they at? What they doing? Oh, there they are. I see you. But yeah, they're just doing asphalt on the road. So it's so stinky. And we tried having the windows closed, but then no fresh air was coming in to like phase out the asphalt smell. So it's only really, really bad when they're laying it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the camera set up into the tripod. Do it. Brooke says, tell me you're an introvert without saying you're an introvert. I spy on people outside of my house. That's an introvert thing. Y'all hear that shit though? I mean, that y'all hear that noise. I tried to get a video recorded this morning and there was no hope. None at all. So here we are. Lunia says, nice, shiny new road, right? Yeah, they working on our street hard. Excuse me. At least they're fixing the roads. That is true. I didn't really think there was anything wrong with the road, and I'm like super duper grumpy because they're making a tamale shop across the way from us, like a restaurant, which means there's going to be people in the parking lot, like being happy and being loud and making like loud happy people noises. And but in that part, that's fine. But the street lights that they put in so that the parking lot can be illuminated, I can now read a book in my front yard at midnight, like without the porch light on, just standing there. It is so, so bright. So I may be able to get some night gardening in this year. How are the finches doing? I don't know. They don't like me because I go out there to spy on them, and they're like, can you please go away? And I'm like, okay, that's fair. But, ooh, Smith Family Treasures said, I made my first cabochon and now I'm trying to wire wrap. I will send you a picture when I'm done. I'm super excited and nervous at the same time. Oh, that's so fun. It's the Midwest. We have 2 seasons, winter and road construction, right? It's just never happened on my road before, like out in front of my house. So, hey, Laura. Oh no, I'm in top chat. Here, let me get popped down into live. But yeah, so I'm still sore at them for cutting down the red oak that was over there. That was like my favorite tree for like 8 years because it kept its leaves all winter and you could hear that rustling of the dry leaves. My brain's vibrating. Give me a sec. Super quality, super duper quality content. I'm gonna try something. There we go. Now we're nice and zoomed out and you can see what we're working on. So I don't know what happened, but we took this out of the inventory tray to like fix it up, or not fix it up, to tag it, and it's like broken. The bracelet's broken. So I think I may just try making it over again from scratch with a better beading thread, because this one, I don't know if it got cut or like something snagged. Like I don't know. So I'm gonna save all the little beads and stuff. But that was one project because I ended up making it way too long anyhow. Y'all wouldn't believe it, but it was quiet for a couple of hours. I don't want to die under a pile of my beads. I'm gonna go push these jars. Like, it's vibrating the jars on my shelf, y'all. Okay. Hopefully it'll all be over soon. In today's episode of Do These Beads Match Those Beads? No, those aren't the same beads. James Bond. What you think of all that, Millie Dog? Do 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 do. I think, are these the same color beads? I don't know. Hey Weeb, how's it going? Yes, those are the same colored beads. Very cool. So I'm going to set this, I guess, in a drawer to fix at a later date. Because I'm not going to lie, Anime St. Louis probably was not going to be a good mover for... Sorry, I'm watching to make sure nothing vibrates off a shelf. Onto my head. Yes, I am super sweaty. I have a mega super duper headache from the fumes. Oh, well, hey, Ashley. This is Ashley that messaged on Instagram. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't check my Instagram messages because we get a whole bunch of unsolicited duck pictures over there. I was wondering if you had a subscription with monthly supplies to try new things. Yeah, we do a craft along kit. But we kind of do our own unboxing. We're quite small right now, so I don't know if we can I don't know. We might. I haven't really talked to my Randy about that, and that's my husband and business partner. So we'll have to see, because I do unboxings for like Potomac. So that's kind of cool. But so what are we doing? Says Donna. I don't even know. I'm just tired. Like, I think I want to start with this pendant. We will make a necklace for this pendant. Aw, right on, Virginia. But yeah, so I'm going to be using some green aventurine and some moss agate to go with this fused glass cab that we made here in our home. Ooh, Weeb says, doing good, going good, just ordered silver parawire. Nice. Aw, well, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, happy spring. It's 80 here in Massachusetts. Goodness. Okay, let's see. God. It's like I can't get enough breath. And whenever I try to, it's just it's like breathing sandpaper. Like, it's so gritty. So, like, the air is gritty and burns my eyes. Okay, scooching those over. Hey, cat. And we'll get that some little squishes with his little Celtic knot. So that's going to be the pendant. I'm going to put the other pendants that we're going to... Oh, I really need to get that one a necklace made to go with it. 51, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, sunny 51, that's nice. Sweater weather, not sweaty weather. So all of those we're going to have to figure out some sort of necklace for. So I'm going to whip out using 2 hands to take it easy on my actual hand. 81. I don't really know what the temperature is today. Just hot and gritty. Yes, not floody weather. Right on. Okay, let's see. Do 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 do. Ow. There we go. Like, I really need to go through and fine-tune, organize these bead trays just a little better. So we will definitely be using some of the 6mm grain aventurine, because I'm really digging that tone. There we are. And then, ooh, I'm going to use some of this African jade to do in between them. So let's do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. My eyes are burning. 1, 2. So how are y'all doing today? What are you up to? How has your week been? I can't believe it's a Friday already. All right, Almunia. Ashley Adams says, for the craft along, does everyone have their own supplies or order a package from your website? Which I just found and can't wait to look through. Right on. Well, we do sell a kit that goes along for, like, we do a $10 one that is, let me go ahead and flip this around so you're not just looking at my hands waving around all, crazy like. The $10 subscription is just cabochons. So if you already have wire, or if you do macrame, or if you do chainmail or polymer clay, and you just want to support the channel and get your hands on some cabs, that's the route to do that through. And then the $20 kit, that one has some wire as well as the cabs. And then in our craft along project video that we do each month, that we do have this coming Thursday, will be this month's craft along project video. I meant to do it earlier in the month, but here we are. So the $20 one, we recommend a tutorial. So like, it might be one of our tutorials, it might be an Xana Crafts tutorial, or a CSL Designs, or just anybody that I've seen online that I'm like, the material, this gauge wire and these cabs would be perfect for this project. And so I like to promote not just my own shameless self-promotion, but I like to shamelessly promote y'all as well. And then the $30 one, same wire as the 20, but you get more cabs. And then our $40 and $50 kits, those are the ones where you get 2 wire types, a whole smorgasbord of cabs, and those are the ones that we do the craft along project that utilizes both of the wires. So you're getting a new tutorial that you can, and there's enough wire in there that you can do the kit project as well as like the $20 recommended tutorial. Like you can make a whole mess of stuff with what comes in your beauty boxes, not just one project. So yeah, I hope that that's helpful to you. But you don't have to be subscribed to the kit. We give you a full tool and material list for the project. And so if you like, a lot of our folks have been Happy Crafters subscribers for like 5 years now. So it's like from like the very beginning, whenever we were still figuring it out. But it was, you don't always start off knowing how to, you know, run. Sometimes you have to crawl before you walk, before you run, sort of thing. And a lot of y'all been with us since we were crawling, so you might not need wire or you know anything. And so in which case you might not be getting the kits each month, but you can still follow along just with whatever you might already have on hand. So I'm gonna get this flipped back around. We're gonna get back to playing. Yeah, no worries. And also, I just have to say, my best friend from elementary school, her name was Ashley Adams. So, like, I don't know. I'm having a lot of really nice memories right now, remembering her. Oh. Like, we weren't in the same grade, but we rode the same bus together. Right on. Book says, I love my $20 box. Plus, it puts a smile on my face every time I get it. Plus, it's tax deductible because I use it in my business. Ooh, that's a really good point. Donna says, I love my $20 boxes. It's like a special treat each month. Oh my goodness, you guys. Nancy too. Look at y'all. This is my $20 one is coming today. I think I love getting the wire. It makes it well worth it. Right on. Very cool. That I need an answer to because of pricing. How much do you price your cabs individually? Well, you could see that on our website book. Like anywhere from $4 to $15 typically. Pro! He says, I have officially embroidered a shirt. Woohoo! Right on. Well, we might make... Which one of these can we make into a double? We will do... we might do this guy as a double, actually. Just to show y'all. Hey, Star. How's it going? So with that being the case, that it's going to be a double, I want to put a really pretty bead there in the middle. I'm going to use this moss agate because I love it. It's got a little bit of variegation in it. Or maybe we'll use an 8mm. I don't know. Let me take this one off so we can take a look at it. Hey, Iris, let's keep it crafty in here, okay? Yeah, with this one, I'd used an 8mm in with the bead caps. And I don't really need the cab there in the middle, so... So I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to be doing yet. I'm just kind of lining things up and just having fun. Just because I do it for a living doesn't mean it can't be fun and play. Rachel says, I never considered it would be a tax write-off. It's technically, yeah. Like, I write off my subscriptions because I use the beads for making our product and as an unboxing and all sorts of stuff. So, Lori says, blessed be y'all. Spring has sprung, 75 and sunny in southern Maine. I'll take it. I can't wait to get my free booty box to see what I was gifted. Right on, Lori. Ooh, Veronica says, can I buy this one? What would I have to do? We will have to see if we still have it. Like, we're making it so that we don't have an empty looking booth at Anime St. Louis, because these are the only showcase necklaces we have. And I'm not selling this one. This one's mine. Like, I've worn this necklace for, geez, ever, I guess. Like, Randy is doing really good. He is in there doing some administrative stuff on the computer for me. And, I don't know. I don't think he's feeling too great. The asphalt smells and everything have really gotten to him as well. Okay, so let's see if I can rummage. Ooh, but then there's also... What if we did the Aquaterra Jasper? But I do not trust, y'all, a coin bead to lay flat when I need it to. So we'll just stick to what already works. Ah, welcome to the Happy Crafter Club, Ashley. Book says, I thought it was around four or five, and the piece that I just made, I made with one of your Frick cabs. Wanted to make sure I put a fair price on it. Right on. But yeah, definitely, I highly recommend like looking and seeing on our website, because you can find stuff that's a similar size and color and see what we're currently selling them at. But Randy takes care of all of that stuff for me, so which is amazing. But it's also uh, I'm not as involved in all aspects of my business as what, like, it's, I like, Randy, do what you do, and he does, and then it's awesome. So that's how that part works. Ooh, I'm gonna do a faceted green aventurine. Veronica, if we still have this one available after Anime St. Louis, we'll be putting it up for sale on our website. Ooh, okay, and so here I'm going to be using, these are a 4 by 6 millimeter moss agate. That, let's see, I'm going to do, whoop. Do 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 do. Do I have any like bigger tube beads or anything? Not that I'm seeing. Harumph. That's alright. Then a little moss agate. Little moss agate. There we go. And then I'm going to see if I can rummage up some. I am making a 2-layer in the same style that what I'm usually wearing. I'm making a 2-layer necklace for what we're going to be doing here. And so it looks like, how long is that? So I'll want to have, like, I'm just using this necklace as a template, honestly. Those are oval moss agate. They're a 6 by 4 millimeter that I got from Fire Mountain Gems. Hashtag not a cult. Lisa says Randy's a good guy. Randy is, not gonna lie, the best. Like, of all the things that I feel blessed about in my life, he's at the top of the list every day. So I did a medieval fair 2 weeks ago and sold 3 pieces off my purse. Oh my goodness, Rachel. Nice. Which it's, I mean, I kick myself a little bit because it's like, I'm always torn between whenever we're vending and whenever we are, you know, I can always dig back into that tray here in a little bit. But it's like, I don't know exactly how to prioritize, you know, making something for the vending where we already paid like over $1,000 to be there after, you know, all the booth fees and hotel and everything. So it's, I really want my booth to be beefed up enough that I can make that money back while we're there at that event, without having to worry about charging shipping or, you know, any of those other associated expenses with, you know, selling something online. But then it's also, like, it's hard to say no to money in hand now, you know? Now, Ashley says, excellent point on tax deduction. I need to do better at storing those documents. 100%, we just went full on digital with it. Like, anytime I order something, I am not an accountant, nor is this tax advice, but I have a folder on my Dropbox that I have categorized. I'm not going to show it to y'all because it's got personal, you know, sensitive information in it, but the folder is, where's that? Boop, boop, boop. QRST. There we go. In there, we have a folder for each year of taxes. And then in our expenses folder, we have it broken down to advertising, which is like business cards, stickers, website fees. Then a folder for just car and truck, that's mileage, tags, registration, maintenance, anything to do with that. We have a folder for commissions and fees. We have a folder for contract labor. We have a folder for, like, there's some of them that our business doesn't really do anything with that, like depletion, depreciation, employee benefit programs, like, but we've got a folder for insurance. We've got a folder for legal and professional services, which anytime office expenses, repairs and maintenance, supplies, taxes, and like it's each of these, and I have it labeled with the number of whenever we're filing a section C, that's the section where it gets filed in. But it's anytime I buy anything, unless it's with cash, and in which case I still get a paper receipt, I take a picture of that and I've got Dropbox on my phone and I just move that picture at the end of the day or at the end of the week. I like to stay on top of it. It's like the litter box. If you let it get away from you, you just don't want to touch it. If I let my tax documentation pile up, it may as well be a festering pile of cat poop because I do not want to touch it. Um, but at the end of the day, I'll go in and just take either the picture that I've taken or the email or whatever, and I will put it into that folder. And so you don't actually have to keep paper transactions and stuff, because a lot of the times if you're dealing with an accountant, they're going to have you take pictures of it and email it to them anyways, unless you have like an in-person accountant. But when we were audited, it was all done online, so I was going to have to take pictures of all that stuff anyways. And so that's how I've been doing it for since 2018. And prior to that, we had just bins and bins and bins of every paper receipt under the sun and like handwritten notes stapled to things. And it's like now I can just kind of keep that all tidy and together in my Dropbox. And so, but yeah, so I hope that that's helpful to you. Again, this is not tax advice and I am not an accountant. So just legal disclaimers. Like there's a bunch of asterisks all over that. I need to find some bead caps. Ooh, Quiet Space says, if I buy those cut shells, cost me £20 in delivery. Where can I get some of those shells in UK? I looked and nowhere here. Oh, I have no idea. Like, whenever I go on, like, online, they only, I'm only shown places that ship to America, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe if I had, like, a VPN or something and changed it to where I was based in the UK, I might be able to help you with that. But I have no idea about where to. Maybe somebody in chat who's also in the UK might have some good advice. Like, what about, like, AliExpress or something like that? Does that ship to the UK? Y'all, I rearranged my house and don't know where anything is. Help me. Where? Oh, here's some cute bead caps. Okay. And these bead caps that I'm using here, and I'm really glad that I do this, but they are this bead cap from Fire Mountain Gems. But I liked it because it came in a package of 500, because whenever I find a bead cap that I like, I don't want to have to worry about running out. So I'm just going to do a little pinch of bead caps, and then we've got, these are the rondels that I'm using. Ooh, right on book. Kelly says, I use a VPN for work. On Friday, I VPN from Hawaii. Nice. Lisa says, what are bead caps? They are little beads that just kind of hug the butt of the other beads. So like you can see here on this piece, how this is a bead cap. It kind of just cups around the end of the bead. And I think they make such a wonderful addition. Like it's such a nice way to just accent a bead that's already there. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we've got these little guys. I'm so excited to be hanging out with y'all today. Thank you for being here. Hey, Gabby, how's it going? Nancy says, Egypt pendant? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that means. It is green, I guess. I'm so sorry, you guys. The fumes here. Ooh-wee. Okay, so I'm going to go with a seamless 4mm bead in between those two. Because again, I'm going to try to get it to be the same length just because I know that that is what has worked for me. Ah, Lisa says, I just got my first order from Fire Mountain. Thanks to you. Ooh, right on. Oh, the one in the tray. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, and then I thought I had some little flower caps. Let me see if I can find those. Because again, I got like halfway through organizing. Excuse me. I know I keep saying it, but man, these fumes. But yeah, I got halfway done organizing my bead trays and still can't find anything. So, ooh, there's all my tiger's eye. She's so pretty. You don't need to be over there hidden under all those trays, but I don't really have anywhere else for you, do I? Ooh, okay. That's fair. My face is on fire. Sorry, it's slow going putting all the trays back as well, because I'm trying to not overstress my hand. Just everything's an excursion. Okay, let's see what we've got. None in there. Boop and boop. Sharp point at the bottom. Ah. This one. We'll be doing this one next, I think. Again with green aventurine and labradorite. No, I don't need to open that one. No, the bead cap I'm looking for is in a different castle. Ooh, there's some nice little rondels. But again, not the bead caps I'm looking for. This is exactly what I thought I would be avoiding by rearranging my craft room. Ooh, look at these. I completely forgot I had these. Now I'm going to have to use those for making, I think, this seashell necklace. I don't know. We'll see. Do, do, do. Oh, where are my bead caps? Oh, where are my bead caps? Oh, where I'm going here, where. Son of a freaking duck. I don't know where they are. VeggieTales would be so disappointed in me right now. Alright, I'm going to count them as I don't have them. But they're one from Fire Mountain Gems, and I love them. And they're these ones. You see how they're like a little flower and a ball? Those are my absolute favorite bead caps on the planet. But if you just search star antique copper bead caps on Fire Mountain Gems, those would be, I think, the ones, these ones here. Hey, fish lady, how you doing? Let me zoom out just a hair more. There we go. But yeah, you can see it's got that nice little star shape. It's a little blurry, but every time my hairbrush disappears, I'm singing it. Dude, I'll sing it whether it's a hairbrush or not. Oh, Kelly. But yeah, I thought those would be nice on either side of these 6mm green aventurine, but I'm going to use these rondels instead. Or actually, this is a pretty good bead cap size. Yeah, I'll just use those. And we'll use those rondels on something else, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Now the only thing with doing a double strung necklace like this is I like making sure that my beads have a large enough hole that they can accommodate 2 to 4 lengths of the beading cable that I'm going to be using. Hey Benjamin, how's it going? Hey Itsy Bitsy. says, what are we making this week? I am making necklaces for these pendants, and we're starting with this guy. But he has no hair. Well, you can still, like, just the scalp stimulation alone is pretty nice for using a hairbrush. Like, is doing a lot better. Oh, Virginia, that's a good idea. Once you get them sorted out, label the front with the trays so you can do a quick look to find stuff. That's a really good idea. Ooh, hey Hawk says, when will you be doing the owl? That is actually coming out this coming Thursday. I know it's late in the month for what our goals were, but it just is what it is with my hand being what it is this month. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on comments. Ashley says that is such a good idea. Keep everything digital and backed up. Totally what you mean on the litter box gets way too heavy. Yeah. And so it's because for a long time our strategy was like, we were like, well, if we get audited, we'll just hand them this, shoebox stuffed full of receipts and just cry in their face and hope I don't go to jail. So I really needed a better way of dealing with my taxes for the, moving forward. I think you're on the live chat. I see you, Runaway Camper. We're hoping to. We've got quite a few different things going on right now, but I can't commit to anything, but we're hoping. Okay, so I'm gonna pull these trays back out. Oh no! Brooke says, why do all the good bead sales happen when I'm broke? I don't know, man. Hey, Penny. I've just been sitting here watching. Well, hey, I'm glad to see you popping in. Bookwitch says, my biggest worry about me starting this venture is I can only make so much a month or I lose my health insurance. Oh, geez. That's tricky. I don't know anything about that, but I trust you to know your own business. That's my chair, not my butt, I promise. And and that giggle didn't really help. I'm not farting, cackling intensifies. Oh goodness. Someone send help. Ooh. Weeb says, I tell you what, the Arm & Hammer's newer hardball litter is amazing. 100% worth the money, no smell and small clumps. Nice. We do not have a Discord, Serena. Thank you for asking, though. But we use it's world's best cat litter. It's chicken feed. It's chicken crumbles, like for what you would give like chicks or something, but I think it doesn't have any of the nutritional supplementation. But Ember loves it, and it doesn't stick to her feet, and I can compost it, and I'm pretty sure it's just like chicken scratch with baking soda in it, but yeah, it works out pretty good. So we're happy with our litter box, but we were babysitting for our friends this past week, and they've been so busy with everything going on and like just health issues in the family and everything. So we were only supposed to babysit, but I cleaned her house too, because by golly, like, I don't know how to be a good friend, but I'll feed you and I'll clean your house. Like, and so I don't know, like, I'm not good at small talk conversations, but I had to do some chiseling, but I got that litter box clean, and I just know how it feels when it's like everything's stacked against you. So when the baby was down for a nap, I went through and just cleaned as much as I could. Didn't sweep though. I waited till he went to bed to sweep. I've learned that you don't if you get it clean halfway through the day, it's just going to get dirty again. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do a little green aventurine 4mm. Boop. In between these two copper beads. Digging it. Dig it up, dun dun doggy. Dig it up, dun dun dog. Dig it up, dun dun doggy. But yeah, we got to hang out with a baby. It was awesome. It was exhausting, but it was fun. Okay, and then I'm going to use these 3mm. Ooh, pine pellets. Really? I have never heard of that. I'll have to check that out. I wonder if that would make a good mulch for, like, in flower beds, you know, or something where there's not edibles. Nobody wants, you know, poop on their zucchinis. That's just, it's a little too connected to nature. Oh, gotcha. Right on. Virginia says my friends laugh at me because I'm the one most likely to bring them food if they're having a rough time. Glad it's not just me. You know, if I'm having a rough time, I can't think of anything more helpful than somebody bringing me food. Like, I'm just saying. Weep says, that's the best friend. Well, right on. I'll take it. I trust my friends that the people that love me have got good taste, I suppose. So, Poopchini. It's small animal bedding. Okay. Well, heck yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. So yeah, I've put little 3mm beads next to these ones because I'm gonna try. I love the way that they nestle into the end, and I'm just gonna try to get them. I don't know, maybe I don't want it to be too much metal tone, but also this is a very coppery piece, so I think that's gonna be really cool. I gotta get more water in me. Like, my throat just feels like sandpaper. And I'm sorry, y'all, the sound has stopped, but the fumes are still there, so you're gonna hear me complaining about this for probably the rest of the day. So yeah, I'd put it around like my roses or, you know, something. I'm going to be stringing this onto beading cable, so it's a very, very flexible, you know, wires. So let me grab. It's this stuff. So this is from Potomac Beads, but it's nice and has a nice drape, but I don't have to worry about it just breaking through. Which I guess I could just keep that out. Oops. I almost took that tray off with me. Oh no, gosh. Sarah says, I was in a bad car accident last week and my sister brought fried chicken and pasta salad and it was the best thing ever. So food is always great. Yeah. Well, it's sometimes I don't know how to help somebody, but I'm pretty sure if they're human, they're going to need to eat. And if I know what their like preferences are and like food allergies or anything like that, it's like I can make sure they at least don't have to worry about feeding themselves. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to test string this, and the way that I'm going to do this, let me go grab something real quick. I'll be right back. And if you want, you can close up the and turn my start getting to it. Could you throw a handful of cough drops downstairs at me? Thank you, baby. Okay. So I'm just going to use an earring back. Brought through. And then I'm just going to thread through again, kind of as a stop bead concept. But I don't want to do it so tight that it's going to kink my wire. and I'm only really keeping it on there for while we string this up. Now, whenever you thread your bead caps on, it's a good idea to make sure that the cupped end is going towards where it'll hug the bead. Hey, baby. Oh, thank you. Ooh, sweet cola. I'm gonna have one of the honey herb ones. So I'm so sorry that I'm gonna be slobbering on one of these cough drops in your ear. Oh no! Quiet says, had my wisdom tooth extracted today, so I'm feeling so sore even in throat. Oh my goodness. Right on. You know, I really relate to that. Benjamin says, when my world makes a meltdown, I think the best thing is to hear about my friends' problems. I feel that I'm normal then. Right? Well, it's no one suffers. We can feel alone, but you're never alone in your suffering. Someone else is having a terrible day, too. Hey, Lori. Ooh, fried chicken is the best comfort food. That and lasagna. Ooh. Well, I hope you heal up well, Sarah, from your car accident. Well, hey, Amy, how's it going? Okay, so I'm gonna thread on some more beads. I'm trying so hard to be quiet with this cough drop. It does make my throat feel better already, though. Okay, so I'm just doing an 8mm faceted aventurine. Oh, now if I sneak a bead in on one side, I gotta be sure to do it on the other as well. Ooh, and I think that's gonna work just perfect. Okay, so I'll end up threading the secondary part of the necklace through this 4mm, whatever that bead is. I think it's an African turquoise, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but we'll see. Hey, Missouri, how's it going? Ooh, Lori says, if I was to mail you something, do you have an address? We do. We accept mail at P.O. Box 238, Carthage, Missouri, 64836. If you give me just a sec, if somebody types !mail, that should make Nightbot do its little mail thing. For your throat, don't know if I spell it right. Do you have something called Zix? Oh, I don't know. This is gonna sound weird, but I try to not use anything stronger than cough drops, just because one time, like, for a while I did, and I ended up nursing a strep throat for like over a month because it kept just not getting better, but also I was able to just self-medicate with like Dayquil and stuff. And ooh, zinc. Right on. Thank you, guys. So now that we have that section, I'm going to undo and take out our little earring stoppers. And we'll line that up. And now we get to, I'm going to put my jewelry back on because I feel naked. Well, actually, I need to look at it again. Oh, shoot. Because I really want to capture the same, like, shape. But, man, those bead caps make such a big difference to me. And there's, like, hairs and stuff tangled in this. Goodness. So I'm going to do some really nice deep 6mm moss agate, because that'll sit just in on each side of the bale. Absolutely love these bead tweezers from Fire Mountain Gems. Probably the coolest like free gift I've ever gotten. And then I'm just going to do a bead cap on the outside of these ones. Ooh, right on. They make your throat sedated. Sorry for my spelling. I used them before I got my glands removed. No worries. Ah! Amazing Amy says, I'm opening my booty box that arrived today. The cabs are so beautiful. They are blue fire. Ooh, awesome. Do you have a tutorial on how to make this beach chain? Or is it just here? Because I would really like to know how to do the double strand. Oh, I don't know what beach chain is, but hard to use to seeing oh, Sparky's Burnt Boast. But yeah, seeing Kennedy instead of Williams in the emails. Oof, Donna. That sounds rough. But yeah, we don't have, I think we have a tutorial somewhere that's like, make this necklace. But we're doing it here today as well. So I think I'm going to go, ooh, and then we'll use these rondels. And we'll do a little, do I have a 6x4mm? Boo, where are you at? That must have been the other tray, huh? Okay. Bead chain, gotcha. No, it really is. Once you see how it comes together, it's not super complicated. It looks fancy, I think, but it is not like a... If you can string a single strand necklace, you can do one of these. Whoopsie. See, again, taking one of those moss agate. And we'll do a little rondel and a little rondel. Coming in with more of those 4mm green aventurines. And then I think I'm going to build it right back up. So with 3mm copper, I'm going to have to dig out more of these. I'm not ready to do more of those yet, maybe. So now I'm going to come in with a different, this is that African jade. And then some more moss agate. So we'll do a rondel and a rondel and a rondel and a rondel. And then a 3mm and a 3mm. And now I'm going to grab another length of the beading cable. Okay, but this time this one's going to be cut to about 20 inches. And I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, and that is build from the center. So again, I'm going to grab one of these earring backs, and I'm just going to make a loop. I don't want to crimp or pinch or curl with a wire, because if I pulled this down a little too tight, then it would make it like curly, and that would make my ends like weird. Hey, Bittersweet, thank you. Oh my god. I want to let you know that I'm dyslexic and Danish. That's why my spelling is so bad. No, you are so good, Benjamin. You'll notice I am not coming through with a red pen giving everybody grades on their grammar or anything like that. Like, oh man. So I was doing voice to text to the gentleman who is helping us by painting the back of our house. And we weren't home, and he was like, "Hey, are you guys not home?" And I had meant to say that I was away babysitting, but that Randy should be home soon. And it came out that it's like, "I'm not home right now, baby, but Randy's there." And I was just like, absolutely mortified. So it happens, you guys. Like, don't worry about it. He was super chill about it. I was like, I hope your wife's is chill about it. I didn't mean to call you baby. Like, okay. So I'm going to start stringing this on because I want to be able to compare the lengths. So let's see. Because I'm not really able to compare it. Because see how much it hangs down? So I'm going to pick up that 3mm, this 4mm African jade, a little rondel. Oh my gosh, this headache hurts like behind my eyeballs. And it's from, I know it's from the fumes from the asphalt because I had the same exact headache yesterday when they were doing that too. Michelle says talk to text is the worst, right? But autocorrect doesn't much help either. Oh no, not in my chat they're not. If anybody is being sassy, that's exactly the kind of crap that gets you booted. Okay. So that's threaded on. And see, I think I'm going to need significantly more than that to get it to hang the way that I'm interested in. Because my brain hurts. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so nervous. So nervous. I don't know if I could deal with adding another smell to the mix right now. Like, I just need fresh air and for the asphalt to stop stinking so bad. So, time to put on my big girl panties and power through. Yeah, I think I'm good to do the after party. The worst of it should be behind us as the evening cools. Based on yesterday, the asphalt stink only really stuck around for like an hour or two once they finished, and it sounds like they finished. Okay. So there we are, building from the center, and whenever we have it all strung up and crimped, these beads will hold in next to the bale like that. But you'll notice it's not exactly laying straight, is it? It's kind of turned off a little to the side. So I'm going to get in here. I'm going to kind of twist that a little, or try to. There we go, that's much better. But yeah, I think I want to have this be about an inch longer than the one that's farther up. So I've removed the bead on this end. I'm actually, I almost hate to do this, but I think I'm just gonna took off that end, try to set the beads down in order. So just removing that one repetition of the pattern so that I can fit in the, let's press that down. Oh, I think it's like 80 today. But it's not so bad once the sun's not beaten down on the road, on the fresh asphalt. There we go. And that cough drop and the rest of that water really did help my throat too, so that's good. We're dealing. Hey Elijah, how's it going? Oh, I was babysitting all day on Tuesday. Oh, it was so much fun. Let's see. Now, do I do like a trifecta and have it be a faceted aventurine? Because then it'll have like a nice little... Maybe? Nah, I think a 6mm will do us just fine. Oh my gosh. Oh, also, I need to remind y'all that I had said it a little earlier in the stream, but just in case you just wandered in, this is our last chance for the jewelry that is up on our website. We're going to be taking it down from the website so that we can put it in our booth at Anime St. Louis. So if y'all are interested in any jewelry, you'll probably want to go and check that out and snag some while you can. And if you find yourself shopping, be sure to use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER, and that will get you 10% off of your order. Or be sure to check your newsletter email, or if you're in the Happy Crafter Club, keep an eye out for the after party email today, because that'll get you a 20% off coupon. And the newsletter is a 15%er. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to dig out more of these bead caps. Where'd you go, bead cap? Crap. I have no idea which tray these stinking caps are in. That's okay. There they are. Working hard for the money. Working hard for you, honey. Herpin' derpin' my doodle when I reach my bacon right. Doo-ka-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-ka-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Working hard for the money. Working hard for you, honey. Okay. Cool beans. And so then we'll just thread those on to either side with the little rondels, and the moss agate and the other rondel, and the African jade, and then the bead. I always get sick to my stomach when they do asphalt. Glad I live down a back road. I'm sitting here trying to keep an eye on what you're doing while I'm sitting beading. Right now, I'm just fighting with my bead trays, trying to get something done. Not a whole lot of progress to be made on my end. And honestly, what we usually do is I have a couple of these trays, and I'll set one up and then hand it over to Randy where he'll do the bead stringing, and that way I just, by the time I've set up another one, you know, he's been waiting a minute on me. But I didn't even have one set up to get him going. So, ooh, and then we'll do the rondels. Do 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 do. And it makes my face all itchy and feel like it's swelling. Like, I don't feel so good. Um, and then I'm going to do another of the 3mm. And yeah, we can do a little grain of aventurine on either side of this too. I'm gonna have to order more green aventurine. Speaking of which, y'all, we almost sold out of Amazonite in like the first day. So I want to thank everybody who came and bought some beads from us, because y'all actually made Randy and I feel like that this, harebrained idea of starting a bead shop might actually work. And I'm like so excited, and I don't know, it feels really good to be excited, because I can, like, things are scary, but it's a lot more fun when you're excited and encouraged, and it's easier to it's easier to be brave when I've got you all at my back. So thank you guys. Oh, Misty says, I want to help mate like Randy. Right on. Find a business partner. There's all sorts of crafters and stuff that sometimes, on our own we can't quite, get up off the ground, but if we work together, we can do it. Because it's when Randy was working full time, I did not have the expectation of him to help me with making jewelry or anything. But whenever we decided, for him to quit and us go full time back in 2008, it was, he's like, I could be doing this, or I could be driving forklifts, or I could be stocking shelves. Works. And it's not completely miserable for him, I don't think. Ooh, right on, Catherine. See, and that might be too long. Yeah, by like one repetition, it seems. Okay. So I'm just gonna... Before I slide that off of there, I don't need to slide that off of there. I would just need to slide off this bead from this one. So let me build up our string on this side. Again, making sure that those bead caps are holding onto your beads. Aw. Right on. No, I got these like ages ago. They're just tweezers that have like a little cupped tip. Let me see if I can find some online. Like, I almost feel like we should just like go shopping. Like, I'll just put the camera up on the computer screen and we'll just scroll through Fire Mountain Gems' website together. I know that's what I shouldn't be doing, because Lord knows I do not need to shop for more beads right now. There's a time for making money and there's a time for spending money, and I spend too much time in the latter. But man, I love shopping for beads. Absolutely love it. Like, and we're pretty tapped out too, because it's like I always restock on like the most basic of things, I feel. But then I don't have stuff like a whoop. Like, I really want to get my hands on some of more of these long ovals. There we go. Like how I have over here. Because just using stuff like teardrops and longer ovals can really add a lot of like depth and texture to a necklace. Ooh, Weeb says, so what are the cabs in the $20 box this month? I can actually pull up a picture to show y'all. If I knew where anything was on my computer. There it is. Maybe it's underneath edited. I don't know where it is. We're just gonna go on a field trip. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay. So, what's up, Millie dog? What's up, Dilly dog? What's up, little girl? What you doing with your one dark whisker? Num, 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 num. Num, 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 num. Num, num, num. Num, 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 num. Okay, field trip time. So these are what we have currently drying. So these are some examples of, they need washed again. But there's one that's kind of blurry. This is one of the color schemes. These are some of the big boys. That's true, Catherine. Says you could make some beads out of polymer clay that can rival stone beads, and they're lighter in weight. That lighter in weight is always really nice, but I really dig these. But yeah, that's like one whole, that's a couple days of cooking, of getting those colors. And then let's see. Oh, I can show. Where you going, Millie? What you doing? We have these guys here. This is the owl project, y'all. But that's one of the colors of cabs as well. You got an itch, little girl. You itchy. Yes, everything that we've made over there will be in the booty boxes. Now, the $50 kits are the only ones that get the big boys. Woo! Oh, almost knocked off 2 bead trays. That was so close. Oh my god, I'm all sweaty. Like the adrenaline just, woo! Okay, that's fine. Everything's okay. Hoo-wee. Right on with your gnome. Then start loading the truck. Aw, hey, Phyllis. For sure, Reed. It says you seem to be getting more comfortable in your cab making and letting the creative juices flow. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you guys. I'm glad you like them all so well. But yeah, the big boys sell for about $15 on the website, so we only send those out in the $50 kits. Millie Dog, what you doing? She going to harass Daddy. Go on then. Okay, I'm gonna put these bead trays away. I just shaved like a good year off my life with the stress just now. No, it'll be fine. Ooh, hey, coffee from this morning. Cheers, guys. Clink. It's not scuzzy yet, so I'm gonna drink it. Randy's upstairs. I think he's laying down. Like, the fumes, like, normally I'm way more sensitive to fumes and stuff than he is, but it really, like... I don't know. I hope he's okay. But normally stuff doesn't affect him that hard. I'm usually way more sensitive than he is, but I think 2 days worth of asphalt's starting to get to him as well. Okay, so I pulled off that 4mm bead right there, and so now I'm just sliding it up. And the key is in helping this to come together. No, is to have beads that are accommodating of a double thickness of wire. Son of a duck. No, please go on there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pick a different. But yeah, step 1, make sure your make sure your wire will fit through. There we go. I gotta go grab my bent nose pliers. I'll be right back. And I went ahead and got my crimp pliers as well. That is true. It's just right now I'm feeling the time crunch. So making beads is something that I like to do, and I feel a little bit more relaxed about deadlines and stuff, but I need to get this stuff done like a week ago. Okay. So now the good news is that is really squeezing down, and that's going to hold our tension there on that wire. So now I'm going to do that rondel, the 4mm bead, the 3mm bead, sliding that on down. Oh, I don't know. Iris says, where do I find affordable 0.010 jewelry thread that's not stretchy? Affordable is very, very subjective. Like, yeah, that's not gonna fit through that bead, really. Because sometimes paying less on the front end makes me pay more in the long term. Yes, the wire's coated with nylon, which is really, really nice, I think. But, so I do try to keep it pretty reasonable, you know, price per foot kind of thing, but I do like the Beadalon. It's either 42 or 49 strand, I don't recall off the top of my head. But I really like that one because I do free repairs on all of our jewelry. And with that stuff, I don't often have to do any repairs. And we've been using it for 15 years. So whereas, you know, with a thinner or, you know, less expensive beading wire, I may have to not just repair the necklace, but I may have to replace beads if it broke in a way where beads got lost. But yeah, so you'll see here we've got a little bit, it's going to be a little crowded with those two 3mm beads next to each other. I think we can make it work. Let's see if we can. Yeah. And so that's why I went with 3mm instead of 4mm, so that we could get a clean transition from 2 strands into 1. Well, hey Yvette, how's it going? Every time you say Rondel, it makes me think of an elderly cousin in Virginia named Rondel, since that's how his name is pronounced. Is it like Randall or Rondel? Am I saying it wrong? Is it like Rondelli or something? I'm not changing the way I say it. I'm too many years in. It's like Chalcedony or Chalcedony or... Got a phone call. Did I miss the answer to the owls? Oh, I didn't even see your question about the owls. Let's see. Ah! Lisa says, I just got my first craft-along kit from y'all. I'm very excited. Beautiful caps. All right on. Ooh, cap. They did. They paved the road yesterday and today. Oh, really? Which gnome says, I just got gifted a groovy cab. Recognized it as one of yours before I noticed the groove even. Holy smokes. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing your comment, Elijah. Would you mind? How long did they take to make? Oh, the tutorial's 3 hours long. And it's not even all, like, I edited parts out, and it's still 3 hours long. Rondel. Oh, that sounds fancy. Rondel. I don't see Rondel. Rondel. Ooh, Phyllis says I need to get a craft-along kit. I got the pumpkin one before, but haven't gotten around to making one yet. Ooh, right on. Elijah said, that's not horrible, at least. No, it's not too bad. And a whole lot of it was another 2 hours to polish. Not even. We went with the organic look. But no, I think I could get one made in about 3 hours total if I weren't teaching it. Because if I'm able to just like put my head down and, you know, blaze on through, then I don't have to worry so much about if I'm staying in frame or, you know, anything like that. So, okay, we're going to unstring that 4mm. And then we're going to come in right here. And I'm going to hold my face just right in hopes that it'll fit through all my beads, so I don't have to fool about with doing that. Do. Get on there. No! Yes. Harumph. Harumph, I say. But yeah, I like to grip with my pliers. Where you going, bead? No, you don't. There we go. Okay. And that's what I'm supposed to do. The little earring hook on the end. But I like to grab right below, like just a millimeter or two below where our bead, and then press through. And you can see that that actually worked. And then I can grab where they've exited and start pulling down. And then we'll just pull that on through nice and tight. Very nice. Oh, that makes me happy. Try everything, book. Try it all. You never know till you try. And also, just because you do one kind of event doesn't mean that you can't do others. We've done Ren fairs. We've done we've done everything from pagan events to Bible school fundraisers. So I will sell my jewelry to anybody who's looking to buy. The love of crafts knows no limits, knows no boundaries. Is my perspective on it, at least. But no sense in limiting ourselves. Other people will do that for us. Whether we want them to or not. So well, that's not really draping very well at all, is it? It's okay, maybe. Alright, try on time. Try on time. A year-long Ren fair? What? Is that just like LARPing? What? Like SCA Ren fair? Or freaking me out. That sounds amazing. It never ends. Okay, so try on time. An unconscious block pronouncing the L. It started with Sabea and El Rondel. Del. L. But we love them mispronounced better than the regular way. Maybe. I don't know. That's the chair. I swear. It's too long. This part's too long. So then, how much do I take off? What do you think, Millie? You're such a good dog. She's such a good dog. Because the drape isn't exactly what I was looking for. What I think I'm going to do, I'll show you. I got an idea, you guys. But yeah, interstate taxes is not as complicated. It's just more forms. Like, don't let something like that, of all the things to stop you from branching out, don't let that be the one that stops you. It'll be okay. Okay, so I'm going to pull this part out of here, you know, after all that hard work we did. And I am going to put an earring back on it. But after, I'm going to take off, I think that 6mm bead, it wasn't doing it for me. So it's making this part even shorter, but I think that'll be okay. So I think it's going to lay maybe a little bit more relaxed. And that was harder on my hand than I wanted it to be. That's alright. Yeah, that's true. Michelle says, I don't know if we have a year-long Ren Fair here in Texas, but I know we have different festivals that are all similar all year long. Yeah. Right on. Hawk says, I sell mine at craft fairs and at powwows. Ah, Witch and Gnome says, main thing about getting into a con is finding one you're willing to travel to. Yeah, and that's just trickier and trickier because it's the farther you travel, the more, is it a Ren Fair or Rent Fair book? I don't know if it's, I keep thinking that you mean Ren Fair, but a Rent Fair might be something I've never heard of. Oh, wow. Oh, Donna, that means so much to me. That's a huge goal of ours, is to keep our boxes affordable. Like, I want it to be something that when I was starting my business, I would have been like, yeah, this is worth it. Yvonne, your boxes are affordable, Donna says. I haven't found any others that I can afford. I'm so glad I found you before any other online crafters. Oh, well, thank you. Ren Fair by Penny is 3 months long? Is that the Bristol? It's only a 20-minute drive from my house. 3 months long. Wow, what a vending commitment. Like, that's wild. Okay, so now I get to fight with it and figure out where we're going to, let's compare measurements one more time. Because it's also, I don't know how much of it, this is strung on the same material as this. So I don't know if it just needs more time to relax or if I pulled it too tight and there wasn't enough relaxation space between the beads. Got you, Penny. Okay, so we took off that 6mm, but I am going to try putting it back on a 4mm and then a 3mm on each end. Whoop! No! I must find the bead. Oh no, where did it go? I found a bead. It's not the one I dropped, but I found it. You know, I think I'm gonna have an easier time just finding it in the bead tray. The vacuum will find it, I'm sure. Rachel says, I think my biggest hurdle is in inventory. Yeah, and that's Randy and I were actually having a discussion about this the other day that I think might be helpful to y'all for me to recap. And that was, we were thinking about it and we were like, we liquidated all of our inventory like 100% in 2020. But we had been building that inventory since 2008. In our I'm going. If it's anyone going to Anime St. Louis next weekend, woo woo. But we started in 2008 and our first vending was just a 6-foot table, and we stuck to just a 6-foot table for like the first year. You know, and even then, if it was like at a craft show or something, you know, this is something I can find on Facebook. Do 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 do. How do I find Facebook on my computer? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find these pictures. Do 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 do. How do I just find just my Facebook page? Not in Meta. I'm gonna have to Google my own dang. I don't even know where my computer keyboard is. Okay, well I can't find. But on our Facebook page, if you all go over to our Facebook page, there are pictures that are gonna be like the oldest albums, and Right on, Elijah. Do you need us to go in and help you take care of that? But whenever we would do, craft shows in we had a 12 by 12 instead of a 10 by 10 because I was like, you know, if it says, I know you are silly. um, but like we didn't go very vertical. Like it wasn't the best use of our space, like in hindsight. But at the time, it's just what we were doing, and it went really, really well. Um, like, and so it took us literal years to build up the kind of inventory that we made in 1 year last year, to do Anime St. Louis and Dragon Con again. So I don't necessarily recommend going that approach because my hands have not been the same. Um, I I kind of burnt out a little bit of my enthusiasm for crafting a little bit. Um, and so it's like, pacing things out is not a bad idea. See, I think I might come in at the rondel. In that way, yeah, okay. So again, I don't want to lose my beads. My beads. No, it's just I've been getting boxes for like 2.5 years. I don't want you to think it was something you did. Therefore, oh, right on. No, it's no worries. I mean, quite frankly, somebody has to literally poop in my mailbox for me to take something personally, because it's y'all know your budgets and your time and your everything better than anybody. So I am a very difficult person to offend. Like if somebody wants me to take it personally, I want them to have to really try. Unless it's the random thing that just gets under my skin of like someone just randomly emailing me an emoji. And it's like, I don't know what that emoji means. Um, are the original beads a bit heavier so they swag better? Maybe. But this is not really. It's not a very heavy necklace. Like this one I actually think is heavier with all the additional metal beads. I don't know. Which weighs more, steel or feathers? So yeah, I've gone past that 6mm bead. One of these buggers. Here we go. Hey Valerie, how's it going? Hey Amanda. Oh, I'm just wrestling with beads today. Oh my gosh, Michelle, that Vista that you posted on your social media page that I think it was Facebook. That looks beautiful. Looked so beautiful. Like, I'm so happy for you. Okay. Trying to keep this relatively centered. This wire takes a beating, though, I tell you what. This beading cable. Eep. But see, now I'm having all sorts of trouble just trying to get beads. Yes, your sunrise pictures. Oh, nice. Booklet says, I was just looking at Fire Mountain and they have a 100-foot spool for $11. I think that's reasonable. I'd pay that. I mean, it might not be the best price on the market, but... Okay. Oh my gosh. And I keep pulling. Like, I'm not even centered at all. Oh, Vaughn. Here we go. No, we don't. I'm so bad at making jewelry today, you guys. Bye, Rachel. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, I know I always love seeing doggies at the Ren Fair. Though, I don't know, sometimes I'll see dogs that are like, you can kind of tell that they're very, very stressed to be there. And, and their humans are a little drunk and like not paying attention to them and stuff. And I'm like, if I were that doggy, I would not be very happy with my humans. Because you gotta think of them with the heat and with... I just undid all of my hard work. Okay, well, at least now I can get this centered back up. There we go. And I think I'm actually just going to trim off this snippet at an angle. Okay, I'll try that. Snipped at an angle. Let's go. Ah! Hey, Valerie. Thank you so much for joining the Happy Crafter Club. Okay, and I'm going to... I don't have another earring hook. Ooh, yeah. You know what, I'm thinking about just skipping that bead altogether because it's given me so much trouble. But I think... No! Oh my god, it's gonna take me 2 hours to not even make a necklace. Is this one of those days? I think it is. Okay, and what did I do? Boo. Oh, that's really nice. Vendors putting out water for the doggies. Where's your beading mat and sticky mat? I don't know, Penny. I don't know. I am a mess today. I am having IVS. It's irritable Von syndrome. And this necklace is pissing me off. Okay. We can do this. This has become a matter of principle. Yeah, no, I'm feeling... I'm okay. Did I miss a bead? I missed a bead. They put fresh asphalt down on our road, and all this talking, and the air's like gritty, like, so whenever I need one, I take a cough drop. It's not all better. It's much better, but I think it's gonna take months for it to be all better. I'm just taking it really, really mild on it, or trying to. But it's certainly much better. So, Sabaeus is glad I'm not the only one on the struggle bus today. It's like, choo-choo, all aboard. All aboard the struggle bus. No more log or stone lifting. Yeah, not for a little bit. I get to be a bit of a damsel in distress. Which Randy does a really good job of handling me, but I'm just not used to asking for help, so I don't think to do it until I'm already frustrated from you know, twinging my hand a bit. Okay. And I just kind of wish I had more hands. I have a tool for this. I'll be right back. I don't even know where it is. Sun up and... Maybe it's in a drawer? sometimes I get the feeling that a very well-intended Vaughn broke into my house and moved all of my crap about 4 months ago because I cannot find anything. But I have this thing, and it's somewhere in this house, I think. It's like a magnetic thing with like little like for like soldering. It like puts like little clippy and it'll hold things. Can't find it though. Ooh, I'll use this. And like I didn't even think I went outside today, but the chemicals in the air, like the asphalt smell in the air, is making my face like feel burnt. Like I feel like I've got a sunburn. Thank goodness I have a great man who helps me, but independent women struggle to ask. Just use binder clips. Yeah. Okay, so I've tied it around here because I just want to test the drape before cramming it. Oh my gosh, Sarah, thank you so much. And welcome to our newest gifted channel members. And that is Missouri Fox, Iris, the Runaway Camper, Cassili, and Brandy Tracy. Congratulations, you guys. And thank you so much to Sarah Fritz for all of those donated channel memberships. And just before anybody asks, you will not be charged to renew your free membership. It's when it expires, it expires. It's not a financial burden on anybody, other than Sarah, who just did it. So thank you, Sarah, so much. That's really, really nice. Oh, goodness. Well, hey, Esther, I'm glad you're feeling better. Yes. Okay, so now, and it just hopped off of the necklace display. It feels like the kind of day that if I tried to ignite lighter fluid with a match, it would fight me. Like, it's like, no, I don't want to be on fire. Okay, so we are going to bypass that feisty little moss agate bead and go straight into the African jade past it. And I think that'll drape really nice. That's just what I was trying to figure out, is where on the neckline I should put it. Book! Oh my god! Thank you, Book! Well, Book just pulled a Sarah and gifted 5 memberships as well. So welcome to Joette, welcome to Mr. Callie, welcome to Kizzy, welcome to Samantha Brace Baker, and welcome to Peace Wolf. I wonder, are all y'all in here watching, or does it gift to like anybody? Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause hey, all my lurkers, like, okay. So what did we decide? That's right. We're bypassing the feisty one. Ooh, Rosalie says, I get the same way with my back. I'll work until my back spasms enough that I freeze and then feel bad when someone tells me to sit down. Yeah, I get ya. Ooh, well, thank you so much for your generosity, Book and Sarah. It is random. Wow, right on. I think it's any lurker or person currently in the lives. We don't currently have any necklace displays for sale, but that is something that I'm very, very interested in. I was actually going to send ProPool a message because he's got like a laser and stuff, and see if I could just commission the cut leather from him. And then I could go through and do like the tooling and different things myself to be able to make it like maybe custom. But because we were gonna try to make them really affordable by, instead of hand cutting out the leaves, yes, it's on there through the bead. And then, you know, if you wanted like autumn toned leaves or something like that, but sometimes the amount of things that I'd like to do and the amount of things that I can actually do in reality are not always the same thing. So we're working on it. Okay, I was gonna try to get that through the rest of the way, but I don't think it's going to. So we may have to do a crimp bead, just because all my beads, y'all, are being real feisty. Like, nobody wants to fit 2 lengths of the beading cable through them today. Okay, so skipping that one and just going right into Hey, Space! Right on. Welcome back to the chat. I was wondering if we'd see you again. Yeah, cabochons are flat-backed beads that are undrilled typically, or sometimes they might be top drilled, in which case it'd be called like a top drilled cabochon. But it's a French term, I believe, that's en cabochon or en cabochon. I don't know how to speak French. I barely speak English, but it is a French word that is the domed on top, flat on back. In this bead, there's no hope. We're just going to do a different bead. In today's episode of Will It Fit? I'd bet on no. That's okay. Ooh, right on, Joette. Ah, right on, Jennifer. Hey, how's it going? Okay. So off to the side here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Yeah, that puts it into like big zoom out mode. We are going to ooh, that one looks like it's got a nice big. Hope you got a big bead, because I'm going to put my beading cable in it. Ooh, right on, Space Miner. Okay, so pulling that down, pulling that up. Yeah, I'm just gonna thread this off my bead, my stop bead. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm typically pretty good about balancing trays in my laps. But y'all might see me ugly cry today. So, whenever no, I got this, and it onto the ground. Now, why is this happening? Okay, I see. Yes, so I like that very, very much. Way more than what we had going on previously. Oh, right on, Lori. No, I think you're good, which actually reminds me I'm going to get my phone plugged in. Oh, yeah, I was at 43. Uh-oh. So, yeah, normally it's not that complicated to make one of these styles of necklaces. So I'm actually going to unthread this, taking off that little section, and I am going to go ahead and do a crimp bead and a crimp cover here, because I do not feel like fooling about with this wire for the rest of the necklace. I'm trying to make sure that the beads like fit and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna zoom back in. Womp. I don't know where my crimp beads are. I'm so tired. I just wish I knew where things were. Man, yesterday I was finishing up recording the owl tutorial because we're trying to get a little ahead because we're going to be away from home for Anime St. Louis, and that's really derailing our production for our subscription boxes. And I searched for like an hour and could not find my Dremel anywhere. Like anywhere. So. Ooh, Melanie says, I can't get my crimp beads to work or covers. Can't decide if it's my tools or the choice of crimps. I have the most basic of crimp pliers, and it's more often than not for me, Melanie. I'll be right back. Hey, baby. What's up, little girl? Yeah? I don't know what that noise was either. Yeah. Randy? Are you okay? What was that noise? Well, Millie laid a downright egg. It's okay. I don't see anything. Everything's okay. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, you'd have kept me safe, huh? You'd have kicked its butt, whatever it was. You're so good. Who's my big girl? Oh, my big girl. I love you too, Z. He's like, sorry, Mom, I just woke up. Okay, I'm so sorry, y'all. That was loud. That was like really freaking loud. Yeah, I know. You keep me safe. You're such a good girl. I need like to relax. I'm so wound up. Oh, really, Kelly? Oh, no. No, that was Millie. That was a big old Millie bark. Same, Valerie. Same. Oh, my God. Okay, just, yeah. Whew. Because I was still wound up from almost knocking off 2 bead trays. I'm so sorry, Christine. I'm so sorry, everybody. Yeah, we need like 2 minutes. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Oh my God. Like, whew. There will be. We have upcoming tutorials for making a similar design for this one. But I really, really like it. I was hoping to have gotten the tutorial made before putting it out for sale, but okay, crimp beads. And y'all check her out. She's such a good girl. Like, oops. Well, you are. You are. She's just sitting there, like, at attention, just guarding us. She says, it's all good. I needed some energy. Right on. That'd be awesome, Space Miner. Whew. Okay. She is on duty. Crimp beads. Right. Because I had gotten these crimp beads on Amazon, and they are the cheapest, crappiest crimp beads. They do the job, but they are difficult to work with. And if I had to either go with a cheap crimp bead or a cheap crimp cover, I would go with a cheap crimp bead and a nice crimp cover. If that makes sense. And so I like a nice supple, these are copper crimp covers from Fire Mountain Gems. And I like those. They are very, much easier to work with than the like plated iron or zinc alloy or whatever these ones from Amazon are. So sometimes I like buying cheap and getting a good deal, but more often than not, I like to not have to fight with the jewelry. I like using crimp beads, and a crimp cover is for hiding a crimp bead. But I like crimp beads for, they just pinch in a very mechanical way onto your beading cable. and it just holds your beading cable in. So pull in that nice and tight, and pull in that nice and tight before we put on our crimp covers, or our crimp beads. There we go. So to do the crimping, I use the kidney bean shaped first, and I just get my beading wire locked off to one side, and then it turns it. This is probably blurry, so I'm sorry for that. Then we close, and then I give it an extra really good smush. That way it's just like really clamped shut. Normally I don't have to do that on like the nicer crimp beads, but it is what it is. And then the crimp cover is, you can buy just one color scheme of crimp beads and then have different colored crimp covers, and you can make it look like a 3 or 4 millimeter bead. But I like to just come in and just use that crimp cover to cover that on up. I prefer crimp beads, but these are crimp tubes and they're okay. They hide nice and well, and you can sometimes, with a crimp tube, you can crimp it and then slide a bigger bead over it to just hide it entirely, like a larger bead with a larger hole. Yeah, it's practice, practice, practice. I do not like knotting the beading cable. It does not take well to being knotted. It's kind of like trying to knot fishing line or something, like, but somehow less accommodating. Like, it always kind of, whoop. Yeah, I just use my crimp pliers and use the rounded part to, like, bring that down. Okay. Oh, so there's that. And then I make sure to, because this part here, the crimp bead, I think holds it in just fine because it's not really bearing much weight, and it's less likely to get snagged on stuff, in my experience. I think using beading cable is a nice, like, halfway between beading and wire work, because it's not quite beading, but it's also not quite wire work. Okay, so just crimping or snipping that off, but then this one long wire is still one long continuous piece. So, oh, I think this is going to be nice now that we've actually finally gotten that down. That's true. Cassili says a cheap deal is sometimes good for training yourself how to use stuff. Oh shoot, Melanie said, can you zoom in for the crimping? I will when I do the crimping again on the ends. I'm sorry, I just saw your question. We are having an after party tonight. Ooh, and it is time for that, isn't it? Oh my god, it took me 2 hours to not even make one necklace. Ah! Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so sorry. I feel wildly incompetent today, but I've had a really good time hanging out. I'm gonna get a measurement on this to see, because apparently this is my preferred drape. So let's do another try on. We will be finishing this necklace in the after party, as well as kind of just hanging out. And in one of our upcoming videos, Melanie, I'll be sure to cover crimps when it can be not blurry and zoomed in and like really nice and stuff. But what I was gonna say about sometimes getting a good deal, if any of y'all have ever worked with a like cheap wire, and then worked with Parawire, which isn't the most expensive thing on the planet, but it's also not the cheapest. I think you'll know what I mean about how sometimes your materials can be working against you. So that was something that I dealt with for quite a while because I didn't realize I was using like enameled steel, and I'd be trying to do like a spiral and stuff, and there was just no way because it was like it would bend at right angles randomly. It like was different hardnesses throughout the entire spool. The enameling would flake off, like the plating would just flake off. And so I thought I was just really, really crappy at wire wrapping. But the second I got my hands on some para wire, it was like butter. And so sometimes, like, and for things like crimp covers, get some nice ones and it's not going to be fighting you as much, because with the cheap ones you could be like 10 out of 10 it works every single time on nice ones, and 8 out of 10 times they come out crappy on the cheap ones that I got from Amazon, has been my experience. So it's just something that it's like sometimes don't be afraid to invest in yourself, because you never know when your tools are or your tools or materials might be holding you back. Okay, I dig that. So I could have gone a little lower on it, but there we go. So whenever we have the rest of the necklace beaded on here, I think it's gonna be really cool. But I usually like to wear, because I like the way that chokers sit on me. Because y'all, when I got my grown up weight, because I lost my baby weight at some place in high school. Like whenever we all like thin out as teenagers, because I was just a little butterball as a kid. But I got lost being like my baby fat, and then I've gotten my adult weight. But when that happened, I've got these like permanent necklaces that I like grew in like my neck folds and stuff. And I'm like, I'm digging it. But it's just a perfect place for me. Like, oh, I'm gonna wear a necklace there and a necklace there. And so this is how it's just where the necklaces go. So, but my very first necklace, I don't know if y'all, if I've ever told y'all this, but my very first necklace was the ring of filth that I chronically had when I was a baby. Like, cause like from here to whoop was just all one mass of like chubby baby head. And so mom would tell me stories about how she'd, after anything, she'd have to lift my chin and I'd have this necklace from ear to ear of just like drool and filth. Like there was a video my dad showed me that he had taken on like his camcorder of me just sitting propped up in the corner of his chair, drooling like a faucet. Not much has changed. But and so that was, and now when I come in from the garden, Randy will come in and he'll just shake his head and he'll get my net. I'm like, no, don't do that. It's mine. But I don't know why. I felt like if you made it to the end of the live stream, it's story time. So thank you guys for joining me here today. I will see y'all in the after party. And if you're not in our Happy Crafter Club or a channel member or a Patreon supporter, then we'll see you on Monday for our shop update. But I will see everybody else in the after party. So keep an eye on your YouTube channel membership notifications, Patreon notifications, and on your email, because if you're signed up through either of those platforms, those are the routes that it'll be. Check out the smoky quartz for the vintage bronze. If it's a supply thing, the smoky quartz is very, very close to vintage bronze in tone. So, but yeah, we Sabea says, "Aw, baby gremlin Vaughn." Yeah. Just like a faucet. But yeah, I will see y'all in the after party, and that'll be from 5 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. In my neck of the woods, it is 4:10 right now, so I went a little over. So I will see y'all in a bit. Mwah! Bye. Oh, happy crafting.